Hi guys, this is a redirect to my reaction to The Legend of Korra Season 4 episodes 1, 2 and 3. So this is the start of Season 4. I'm almost done with The Legend of Korra. Damn, like both Avatar and this series is just like flying by. So before I start talking about these episodes as well as just saying a mini-ish review of Season 3, I just want to tell you guys the spoiler that I know regarding the end of The Legend of Korra, and I always knew about this spoiler but I just kept forgetting to tell you guys about it because I don't want you guys to think like I don't want to like fake reactions, you know. So like the spoiler that I know is that I do know that Korra and Asami get together at the very end, or at least it's hinted at. It's something that I accidentally stumbled upon on YouTube, but personally I don't really see the chemistry there, like why it would lead to that. I mean, I've still yet to watch the rest of Season 4 about whether that develops enough, whether their relationship develops enough to make that sense. Personally, I would have liked Korra and Mako to rekindle, and Mako being a better person for her, compared to like, you know, cheating and being so indecisive and stuff. But I mean, I always thought that Korra and Mako had the most chemistry just overall in the Avatar series, and I would have liked them to get together instead. But anyway, I don't want to get this into a shipping war and thing. That's just my personal opinion. That's not to say that like Korra and Asami, I mean, they are very good friends. That's very evident. But also Korra and Bolin. So it's not like it's just Asami that's a good friend to Korra. All three characters, Bolin, Mako and Asami, they're very good friends to Korra. So I just felt that Mako and Korra had more of a romantic connection, if you get me. But anyway, I don't want to talk about that. Let's get on to these 3 episodes of the start of Season 4. So there seems to be a time skip here, around 3 years, I believe, and a lot has happened. So the Earth Queen got killed by Zaheer in the last season, and now like they want this, I think his name is Prince Wu, he's going to become the new king. But then Kuvira was the one that actually like she's not part of the royal family, but she was basically like trying to keep the Earth Kingdom in control. Like she has this whole army. She's really been working hard to make sure that the Earth Kingdom was safe, but there were lots of bandits, and like she was trying to go against the bandits. And she seems to be a very, like, she's a very skilled, hard-working person, but she's also extremely entitled and quite a tyrant, to be honest. Like, she really wants to rule over the Earth Kingdom. She doesn't want the king to become, she doesn't want Prince Wu to be the king. And like, damn, she's an absolute savage as well. Like the way she just said in the coronation for Prince Wu that Wu is not fit to be a king, and she is right about that, but I don't want her to be the new ruler, even though she's not part of royalty. I don't want her to take charge of everything, because she just seems like she has her own like motive, you know. She just wants power, basically. She wants control over this whole kingdom, and I don't like the way she talks to people sometimes. Like, you have to pledge your loyalty to me. Like, it just sounds so tyrant like, you know, because if you don't do that, then consequences will happen. Like, yeah, she has this whole army that can protect the Earth Kingdom and provide them with food, and that's a good thing. But I just felt like she was just like, her attitude was just like off, and like she just seemed like she was scheming something behind everyone's back, really. And what she did at the coronation was just really rude, and she's not humble, basically. Like, if you really have good intentions, then you need to be humble about yourself. There needs to be a sense of humility, if you wish to get respect back. But like, she's just being like every other tyrant. Like, Suyin said it herself, like she was like, you're just like every other tyrant that came before. Like every other king and queen out there, like what makes you any different? Like, yeah, you've worked hard these past 3 years to keep the Earth Kingdom in order rather than in chaos, but at the same time, you're not really thinking of everyone's well-being in a sense. Like you basically will punish people if they go against you, that sort of thing. Um, whatever. And I don't like Prince Wu either. He just seems way too carefree. Like he's useless basically. He's a useless person. He doesn't have like any sort of like responsibility and drive to like make sure the Earth Kingdom is in order. So why the hell is he being the king? To his defense though, the trusted advisors will be the ones to take care of the legal matters and to put things in order. But at the same time, if you're going to be the king or queen of a kingdom, you do need to know how to rule that place, how to take control, obviously fairly, with compassion, not in a tyrant way. So basically we've got two extremes here. We've got someone who's totally useless and won't be able to do anything for the Earth Kingdom, but then we have someone who's very hardworking and skilled, but they pretty much are a tyrant, very entitled, and are quite scary to deal with. So yeah, there's some conflict going on here. It's putting Bolin and Mako in conflict because Mako is Prince Wu's guard and Bolin is working for Kuvira. And it's caused some tension between Opal and Bolin as well because they're in a long distance relationship, but Opal is not liking that Bolin is working for Kuvira, and same, Suyin is not liking the fact that her son basically is working for Kuvira, and now that they're engaged, I don't know what he sees in her, but anyway, so yeah, that's what's going on. Meanwhile, Korra is in the road to recovery. It seems like she's been dealing with some sort of PTSD. She keeps getting these like nightmare-like visions of her avatar state, and also getting flashbacks into Zaheer attacking her, and it's been very traumatic for her, the fact that she's been targeted so many times as an avatar, not just by Zaheer, even though that's like the biggest trigger to this, but also Amon and Unalak targeting her because she was the avatar, and so she was resisting like being the avatar again because she couldn't get into the avatar state anymore, as well as just like having such a traumatic experience by being tortured by Zaheer, with the poison, getting attacked so much by the Red Lotus. So it's been very hard on Korra, and she was like trying to find a way to like get to reconnect with Rava so that she can so that she can unlock the avatar state again. But then she met TOPH in the swamp, and TOPH was just like, I mean, it was great to see her, but she was just being so mean towards her. I mean, she's always been like the tough love type of teacher. Like I remember her giving a lot of tough love to Aang when she was teaching earthbending to Aang. So she's pretty much not changed really. She's pretty much very much the same person as she used to be back then. It's so funny because like Katara has always been like the really sweet, caring and understanding type of teacher, very patient as well, whereas Toph is like the complete opposite to how Katara teaches. So Katara was like really trying to help Korra move again, because she lost her motion in her feet, and then eventually she was able to walk again. Then there's Toph with the extremely like tough love type of teaching, where she was like really being very demanding of Korra, like, you know, just being very strict towards her. And it was, Korra was just like, oh, I'm not having this. But then Toph actually sensed that there was still a little bit of metal inside Korra's body, and I was like, what? but Suyin took out the metal inside her body, and it turns out there were still tiny fragments left in her body, so she needs to get rid of that if she wishes to reconnect with her avatar state. So TOPH tried to attempt that, but Korra was just like, she wasn't being calm. She needs to be calm if she wants the metal to be taken out of her, the poison to be taken out of her. So that's what was going on. So she's still like recovering. She is recovering, but she still has like, she still needs to reconnect with her avatar state. But at least she knows what the problem is. It's because of the metal inside her body. So hopefully, like in the next few episodes, TOPH can take that out of her, and she'll be able to reconnect with the avatar state. So now, let's talk about season 3 now. Season 3, if I know I've said this already, but season 3 was actually my favorite season so far. I don't know if season 4 is going to be even better, assuming it would be, but you never know. So with season 3, the villains were the Red Lotus, namely Zaheer. I really liked the 4 of them as a group. So usually it's like just one particular villain. I mean, Zaheer is the main villain, but it was a whole crew, it was a whole group that were extremely powerful. So I thought that was really interesting that they had like very different abilities as well. So there was one that had like these water tentacles, and another one had the third eye, which is basically combustion bending. Also, we had a lava bender, and Zaheer was an airbender. They managed to free themselves from their prisons. They were in those prisons for like 13 years, I believe. So it was a very long time. Back then they were trying to kidnap Korra, and they failed, and then they got imprisoned for so long, and then they managed to get out after Zaheer managed to like get out of his prison by using airbending, because he managed to get airbending after Korra allowed the spirits to you know, roam around with the humans. So that's that. I really like the character development that was going on in season 3. So we got to see a bit more character development from Lin. We got to see some backstory, and the conflict between her and Suyin. And I really love the city of Zaofu. That's like one of the coolest locations ever that I've ever seen in an animated series. Sorry, my battery ran out, so there's another clip. So where I'm just gonna say the bit that I left off. So yeah, I really like the character development for Lin, and that we got to see some backstory about like what led to her grumpiness in a way. Like, so she's very like, she's very disciplined, she's very hardworking, she's worked really hard in the police force, and she didn't get along with her sister because Suyin used to be a bit of a rebellious teenager back then, and she got in trouble, but TOPH didn't want her own daughter to be in jail, so she basically didn't get punished for whatever she did back then, and that left quite a sour taste in Lin's mouth. Also, just that she was just, you know, like not conforming to rules and stuff back then. Yeah, and like they weren't really that close to TOPH either. It seemed like they didn't even know their own father either. And that's another mystery. Like TOPH, did she like get married again, and then came Suyin, because they're actually half sisters. So I don't know. Like, who did TOPH marry, and who did Sokka get married? I don't. Did Sokka get married to... God, what was that girl's name? Damn, I forgot. But, yeah, anyway, yeah, we got to see some really cool new characters. Suyin, absolute badass. The way that... Oh man, this was so savage. The way she killed off Paley. The way she just, like, put that metal... encased her head with metal, and then, like, Paley basically blew her head off because of that. Wow, that's such a savage thing to do. But she had no choice because she was about to kill Lin at the time. So, you know, the Beifong sisters, and Toph herself. They're just absolute badasses. The badassery just runs in the family, you know. Anyway, I really like. I don't agree with it, obviously, but I really like that Zaheer had this like really fucked up ideology of like needing complete freedom. He didn't like the idea of order. He didn't like authority figures. He didn't like queens, kings. He didn't like the idea of like tyrants ruling over people, telling them what to do, controlling them with rules and regulations. He just completely wanted to be free, and he managed to unlock true freedom, and he actually managed to unlock the ability to fly because he was able to be truly free from this earth. Wow. Damn, like seeing him fly and the final fight with Korra, that was just so intense. It was like a flying based um fight as well, and like he almost killed her. I mean, every villain so far has really like put Korra in a place at one point. Obviously Korra's still alive, but damn, Zaheer really put a toll in Korra's mental health. He poisoned her, he tortured her with the poison to kill her and to stop the after state from continuing. So it was really hard on Korra. It's really left, it was just such a bad thing that Korra went through because of what happened with Zaheer and stuff. And it left a toll on her mental health, and now she was in the episodes that I just reacted to, like we really see like just how like her mental health is like, you know, not great at the moment. She's still dealing with that trauma, and she's seeing things as well. And then yeah, I really like the new characters that we saw, like Kai, Opal, Suyin, like very nice, cool characters. I really like that we got to see more Jinora and like what she's capable of. So we found out that she was able to connect with the spirits, go into the spirit world, and then like she had this relationship going on with Kai, and I thought that was really sweet. The relationship between her and Kai, like it's so adorable, even though they're like still kids, but it was just really adorable to see that. Yeah, just very cool villains as well. The Red Lotus. So yeah, I just leave it there for the review. I don't want to go too long into it, but yeah, just very good character development. We got to see a lot of people get involved, basically, like even Tonraq. Yeah, that's what I like seeing. I would have liked seeing Zaheer's backstory though. That's the pretty much the only thing that really puts me off, is the fact that we didn't really see that much of an in-depth understanding into why Zaheer is the way that he is. But yeah, anyway, what you think of season 3, and what you think of these first 3 episodes of season 4, let me know, and stay tuned for more.